City of Sorcery is a fantasy, science fiction novel by Marion Zimmer Bradley in her Darkover series and is a sequel to Thendara House. It was originally published by DAW Books in October 1984. In terms of the Darkover timeline, City of Sorcery falls in the era identified by the author as Recontact. Plot summary. City of Sorcery begins 5 years after the end of Thendara House. The Renunciates and a select group of Terran women who have agreed to abide by Renunciate laws have formed the Bridge Society to facilitate understanding between the two groups. Magdalene learns from her supervisor, Colena Ares, that a Terran operative, Alexis Anders, has survived a plane crash in the Hellas a week earlier. 5 days later, she appeared at the spaceport with amnesia. Colena believes Anders' memory has been tampered with and wants Magda to use her Laran abilities to help recover her memories. After a bit of telepathic probing, Anders abruptly appears to have recovered, though she remembers nothing of her past week's ordeal. Later, in retelling the story to Camilla at the Guild House, Magda recalls her 3 previous experiences with mystical visions of the Dark Sisterhood and crows, which seem to be their avatars. Camilla tells Magda that the Sisterhood is a secret society, that she and Jael were both invited to join, but refused. With Jael's assistance, Magda makes contact with the Forbidden Tower, but they are unable to explain Anders' experiences. Rafaela undertakes a travel commission from Alexis Anders, but leaves a note behind for Jael. Magda tells Colena that Alexis has taken the expedition under false pretenses. Colena, Magda, Vanilla, Jael and Camilla set out to follow Alexis. The expedition takes them high into the Hellas, through treacherous terrain. Magda goes into the overworld to ask the advice of the Forbidden Tower, but is confronted by an ancient crone who repeatedly warns her to turn back. Magda refuses. The Terran women suffer frostbite and altitude sickness, but continue despite their troubles. After about a week, they continue on the way, crossing the Cadron River, and arrive at the city of Navasin. An arrogant Laroness, who calls herself Aquilara, greets them with a great deal of self-importance and bluster. The women are suspicious of her and decide to leave the city. Colena's altitude sickness gets worse, as do the travel conditions. High in the Hellas, they meet Thendara, who explains that they have arrived at the holy house of the goddess Avar, and offers to care for their injuries. Colena takes more than a week to recover. The women who care for them recoil at Aquilara's name, declaring her evil. Marzella, a sister from the Thendara Guild House, known to also be a member of the Sisterhood, arrives, having followed their entire journey. She explains that she serves the Sisterhood, but is not one of them. The group continues on in the journey, now seeking in earnest the mysterious city of the Sisterhood. As they arrive at a pass that gives them a view of the mountains known as the Wall Around the World, Marzella is killed, apparently by Aquilara. The others fall unconscious and awake in a cave. Alexis Anders arrives, apparently under the control of Aquilara. She speaks abusively to all of those who have been attempting her rescue. She leads Magda to Aquilara, who turns out to have a political agenda and wants to exploit Magda's connections with the Forbidden Tower. Magda refuses to help. Magda and the others attempt an escape but are recaptured. Magda has a vision of Thendara, who tells her not to hate her captures, that it gives Aquilara entry into the mines. Again, they attempt to escape and find themselves in an all-out fight. Jael attacks Aquilara, and in the fight, both fall over a cliff and are killed. Alexis is wounded, and also dies. Thendara now asks each of them what they seek. Camilla and Magda choose to enter the city of the Sisterhood, while the others return to Thendara. Characters: Magda Lorna, Jael Nha Melora, a Renunciate travel organizer. Camilla Nha Kyria, an older Renunciate. Rafaela Nha Doria, a Renunciate travel organizer. Kolena Ares, a Terran intelligence supervisor, Alexa Lexi, and as an ambitious Terran operative.